morning we're going to do a approximately hour practice Baptiste yoga, and we're going to start in child's pose. So bring your knees wide, almost as wide as your mat. Bring your hands down toward the mat, forehead down towards the mat. You can be on a block here or all the way down. Let your big toes touch. And take some deep breaths. And feel the weight of your forehead sinking into the mat. Feel the weight of your hips dropping down towards your heels. Notice if there's some stretch through your arms, your shoulders, your low back. And just take a moment to notice where you feel in your body. And it's going to be different for everyone, so there's no right or wrong. And now lift your pelvic floor muscles, the muscles between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Draw them up and in, and then do the same with your belly muscles. Draw your navel toward your spine. And keep that engaged. Come up to downward facing dog. You can start with your knees bent so that you can tilt your tailbone up. Press back through your hands. And then maybe start to press down, heels toward the mat. They do not have to touch. Bring your feet together. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Stretch your knee up to the sky. And send your foot over to the left. Extend your right leg and lower your foot to the floor. Same thing left side. Inhale, reach up, bend your knee, open your hip. Stretch your left leg up, step your left foot forward, and then your right. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Catch your elbows, hang in ragdoll. So I've brought my pinky fingers to the inner edges of my elbows, and I'm letting my head just drop down towards the floor. And if you feel a lot in your low back, you might bring your hands down to your block, or you can bring your elbows to your knees. You can also bring more weight into the balls of your feet. Let your heels get a little bit light. For me, that sometimes takes the weight forward and it relieves my back a little bit. And bend your knees if you like. Release. Toe heel your feet together. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And then right here, just give yourself a moment to take some breaths. Feel yourself standing. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, feel free to do so here. And take a breath in, breath out. We'll try a humming bee breath. So you'll just take a breath in. And then open your eyes. So that humming bee breath, buzzing, is really soothing to the nervous system. So it also helps you extend your exhale and fully inhale. So Feel free to bring that in at any point in your practice if you like. All right, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, stretch your arms up. We'll take some sun salutations. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back to high plank. Option to bring your knees down, chest down for your chaturanga, or you can come down, bend in your elbows, keeping your knees lifted, lengthen the back of your neck, elbows point toward the back of your mat. Inhale, cobra here, or up dog with your thighs off the mat. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. So as I'm in my down dog, there's a few things that I always do because I know that's what my body needs. And one of them is I bend my knees, retilt my pelvis so that my tailbone is going up, and then I re-straighten my legs. And then I also try to draw my belly up and in and bring my ribs in toward one another. Check in with your breath. See if you can keep your inhales and exhales long. Look toward the top edge of your mat. Either walk or step. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Inhale and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Flat back. High plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And if you prefer to do your chaturangas this way, knees down, body down, and inhale into a cobra, and then press back. You can come through hands and knees, right? Either one of those for all of these sun salutations. Make sure you're pressing down through your first finger knuckle and your thumb knuckle. If you have all the weight in the outer part of your hand, that's going to put some strain on your wrists. Come to the top of your mat, walk or step, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stretch up. Press into your feet, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, flat back, chest forward, hips back, make a table with your spine. Hands down to the mat, step or jump back. Chaturanga, up dog, cobra, down dog. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Your elbows might want to go out toward the side edges of your mat. See if you can bring them so that the elbow points move toward the back of your mat. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or jump, halfway lift, inhale, exhale, inhale, reach up, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in, breath out. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Come forward. Flat back, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, one more sun A. Exhale, bow forward. Flat back, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. You might still be doing the knees down chaturanga with the cobra. That is fine. Make your way to the top of the mat. flat back. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, come into chair. So take a look at your knees. Make sure your knees are not covering up your toes. So you want to be able to see my hips go back, be able to see your toes. If your knees are over here, it's going to put a lot of strain on your knees. So bring your hips back. You can keep your hands here, or bring them up by your ears. Create some heat. Sink lower. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your right foot to your right thumb. Set your back foot down, coming into warrior one. Stretch your arms up. Bend your front knee and then draw your right hip back. Make sure you've got some weight in your back foot. Bring your hands to your mat, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, back heel down. Warrior one. If you need more space, you can bring your right foot over to the right edge of your mat. Allow your front knee to bend so that it's over. Allow your left knee to bend so it's over your left ankle. And then reach up. You might look up. Bring your hands to your mat. Move through high to low plank. Up dog or cobra to down dog. Come forward, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Breathe in, fold forward. Half lift, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Back heel down, come up, warrior one. Return. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Feel the pose. And then return, high to low plank. Inhale. Exhale. Come forward. Flat back. Exhale. Inhale, chair. Breathe. And then notice as you move through the poses, are they becoming a little more accessible? Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot, warrior one. Exhale. Back to chaturanga. And if this gets too fast, right? We're all gonna meet in down dog. So you do it at your pace. And we'll all meet there. Down facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. You can stay right here, or bend your left knee. Look to the left side of your left foot and set your right foot down. Turn your left foot so that both feet are pointing toward the back of your mat, and then lift your hips up. Reach your right arm up. Flip dog. You can keep your right arm reaching up to the sky or send it up and over your head. Be sure that you turn your left shoulder. Hug the shoulder blade in and open your chest up to the sky. Hips up, squeeze your inner thighs. Flip back over. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Set the foot down, come forward. Shift onto your right arm. Heels go to the right. Side plank. Reach up, look up. Squeeze your right shoulder blade onto your spine. And then lengthen the low back. Knit your ribs in, belly in. So maybe shortening the front side, just so that you're long. And then come on back. Downward facing dog. Maybe you need a child's pose, so bring your knees down and let your forehead come down. Come on back up. Let's try the left side. Inhale, left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. And then look to the right of your back foot. Set the foot down and your right foot is turning so that the feet are pointing at the back of your mat. Lift your left arm up. Stay right here or look up and over. Push down into the feet. Good, extend your arm up to the sky. Look where you're gonna put your hand and let your right foot start to turn toward the front of your mat. Lift your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch. Foot down, side plank. The other way. So squeeze your inner thighs toward one another. Lift your hips up. Once you do that, lengthen your chest forward toward the front edge of your mat. Maybe look up at your top thumb. And hands to the mat. Down dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. Both toes pointing straight ahead. You can bend your back knee and then re-straighten it. Making sure you keep the front of your hips lifting up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Twist right. Hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh. And if you notice that you're rounding and hunching over, maybe stay a little bit more lifted. The elbow can hover. Turn your whole chest to the right. Come up to warrior two, set your back heel down, and your toes are pointing over toward the left side of your mat. Right toes point forward, reach through your fingertips. Good, side angle pose. So maybe forearm to thigh, or hand can come down to your block. You can use your right arm to open your right knee. Take a deep breath in, breath out. Good, hands down to the mat. Rinse it out with a chaturanga. Find your back bend here. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, crescent lunge. Come up. Hands to your heart center. I like to bend my back knee. Bring the front of my hips so that they tilt up. And then I keep them there and try to re-straighten my back leg. It doesn't quite get straight, but I feel stretch. And then twist left. Sometimes the balance is tricky, so feel free to use your hands or widen your stance. Taking your back leg over to the right. Lift your chest up to the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs toward one another, and then rotate your chest up to your thumbs, up to the sky. Warrior two. So if all the energy is reaching out toward the front and back of your mat, see if you can draw a little energy in toward the center of your mat by pushing your heels down into the earth and as if you're dragging them forward. Side angle, forearm to thigh. I like to have my palm up. A lot of people come into side angle and it's a little bit like this. So make sure you're lifting out of your left shoulder. Maybe bring your hand down toward the floor. Allow your left knee to bend. Press through your back heel. Turn your chest up. Breathe. Hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels up, bend your knees. Step or jump forward. Flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Bring your hands to your heart center, twist over to the right side, hooking your elbow outside of your thigh. If you feel like you're rounding, you might stay a little bit higher. Put a lot of action in your hands. So right elbow points up to the sky, push into the hands to turn your sternum up to your elbow, or up to your thumbs. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet about hip distance apart. Take your first two fingers, wrap them around your first toe, palms face in, and then round down. Point your elbows out to the side edges of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Toe your feet back together, chair. Bend your knees, bring your hips low, arms up, hands to heart, twist left. Same thing here. Allow your top hand to push down into your right hand so that your elbow points up to the sky. Sink your hips low, lift your chest up. Bring more weight into your heels so you can lift your toes. And draw your belly in, away from your thigh. Exhale, release. It's really challenging to talk in that pose. All right, we're gonna take a crow. So walk your feet back a little bit. Set your hands on your mat. Bring your knees either around your upper arms or up into your triceps. Look forward. I'm looking at the top edge of your mat. If you need to, put a little quarter or something at the top edge of your mat. Look at it, stay looking at it. Maybe lift your feet. Maybe lift them high. Maybe start to straighten your arms. Squeeze in. Stay with it, round your back. Good, release. Bring your feet down. If your feet didn't come off the mat yet, that's okay, keep practicing. Gorilla. So you're standing on your hands, bringing your toes up past the creases of your wrists. Press the tops of your hands down into the mat, and then lift your arms away from the floor. Release. Inhale all the way up to standing. Hands to heart center. Feet together. Inhale, chair into eagle. So bringing my right arm under my left. And then palms together. It's more like fingers to my palms. And then my right leg up and over. It's okay if the balance is a little wobbly. Breathe in. Press the forearms together, press the inner thighs together, shin bones together. Release. Inhale. Left arm under, left leg over. Eagle Garudasana, the second side. In addition to hugging in, forearms, thighs, and shin bones, if you look at one spot out in front of you that's not moving, that will help. Release. That's your drishti. Inhale. Good. Right hand to your right knee. Left arm up to the sky. You can also take your big toe. Open to the side. Come back to the center. We're going to hold this. So keep extending your heel forward, flex your toes, reach your arms up. Try to keep your hips level. Bend your knee, lift your knee, and re-extend. Airplane. Keep your chest lifting. Press back through your heel. Reach through your fingertips, lift your triceps. Release. Breath in. Second side, breath out. Okay, left hand to your left knee. Reach your right arm up to the sky or catch your big toe. Notice where you feel the stretch, notice your breath. Open. You might be here. Push your knee into your hand, stand up tall and tighten your thigh, your standing leg, thigh. Come back to center. Hold. Reach your arms up. Keep lifting your left leg. Draw your belly in to help you. Breathe. Bend your knee, lift your knee, re-straighten. Let's stay. Airplane. Just so you know, I'm sweating. And it's not just the fire. I'm working too. This is a challenging practice, no matter how long you've been practicing. So notice how my chest isn't dropping down, it's really lifting up. So I'm using the back muscles. Good, release. hands to heart. Dancer pose. You're gonna stand on your left leg, bend your right knee. Just for a moment, squeeze the heel towards your bum. Feel your hamstrings. Now send the knee back. Keep lifting the heel toward the butt and lift the knee. Draw your belly in. Squeeze. Strengthen. Now catch the inner edge of your right foot. Lift your left arm up to the sky and kick into the hand as you reach forward. Gently release. We're going to do the same thing left side. So I'll turn so you can see. Bend your left knee. As best as I can, I'm trying to bring the heel close to my butt. But I'm keeping my knees together, drawing your belly up and in. Squeeze. Strengthen. Now, lift the thigh, lift the heel, keep squeezing. Well, now on this side, I've got my palms pressing into one another. It kind of helps. Squeeze and lift up. All right, reach back for your foot with your left hand. Dancer. Keep that squeezing action so that you can lift your chest even as you lift your thigh. Gently release. Tree. Right foot in. Doesn't have to be this high, it can be at your calf. Press your arms in, press your foot into your thigh. Good time to recollect your breath. And release, second side. This knee does not have to be straight out to the left. It might be on a diagonal, but make sure that your hips stay level. So you don't want to lift your left hip up. Strong standing leg, tighten your right thigh muscles. Push down into the earth and lift the top of your head up. Release. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Right foot warrior one. Open to warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Reach your hips to the back of your mat. Let your right hip spin back and your left hip face toward the floor a little bit. Triangle pose. You have a block. Bring your hand to your block. So this is similar to the side angle one that we did, but both legs are straight. Use the strength of your legs to press down into the mat to come up to standing. Turn your right toes to face the left side of your mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. You can bring your hands down to the mat. Feel free to add on if you want to lift your legs. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to come up. Turn your left toes to point toward the front edge of your mat. Step your back foot in and turn your toes so that they're about 45 degrees. So they're not straight out to this side, they're not pointing straight forward, just in the middle. Pyramid, inhale, lift your chest. You can reverse prayer. Let's go with that one today, unless that doesn't feel good. And otherwise, hands on your hips. Bring your chest forward, lengthen through the spine. I bend my right knee and then draw my right hip back and then re-straighten my right knee. Toes light and long on your mat. Lengthen the back of your neck. Reach your arms out to the sides and then bring your left hand down to your block. Right arm up to the sky. Revolve triangle. Breathe in, breathe out. Release. Straight back to down dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Warrior two. Triangle pose. Two straight legs, two straight arms. Feel the pose, feel your breath. Let your breath comfort you. Let your breath feed the pose so that you can do your full expression, reaching out through your fingertips, through your back heel, and the crown of your head, lengthening toward the front edge of your mat. Inhale to come back up. One more time, we're gonna take that forward fold. You might interlace your hands at your low back. And take this variation. And try to bring your palms together if it's okay on your shoulders. Let your head relax down. Inhale, come back up. Pyramid left side. Set your feet. They say about one of your legs' lengths distance between your front and your back foot. It's just an approximate way to gauge. Arms out, palms up, and then turn so that the palms go down, thumbs go back. Reverse prayer. Lift your chest. Elbows out to the sides, long back. Press down into your feet. And then open up, arms to the side, right hand down to your block, revolve triangle. Press down into your bottom hand so that you can lift up. Out of the floor, you might get some nice gentle releases in your back, a couple of hops. Release down. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Stay. Press the tops of your feet onto the mat. Lift your chest. Press back, downward facing dog. And come forward to high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your legs, locust. Feel the strength of your back all along the vertebra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, locust number 2. You might bring your inner edges of your feet together. Grasp your hands, lengthen and lift. Exhale, release. Bend your knees, catch your feet for bow. Kick into your hands, lift your chest. Take one more floor bow, Dhanurasana, bend your knees, catch your feet, lift your chest, kick into your hands. Draw your pelvic floor muscles up and in, belly off the floor. And then exhale, release. And then windshield wiper your legs, sending the feet to the right and left. Bring your hands right by your ribs. Lift your chest. Up dog or cobra. See if you can drag your chest forward and up. Downward facing dog. Camel, knees down. Bring your fist to your low back. Lift your chest up. Keep your knees and your hips directly in line with each other. Hug your elbows in and look up. Find your back bend. Inhale, come up. Sit down on your heels for a moment. Let's go one more round of camel. Hands or fists to your low back. You could also bring your fingertips up this way. Hands might come to your heels. Notice your breath. Use the strength of your legs to come back up. Sit down on your heels. And feel the movement of your heart beating, your breath coming in and out. And feel that energy that you're creating by moving your body. Swing your legs around. We're going to come into bridge. So come onto your back. Set your feet so that the toes are pointing toward the back edge of your mat, straight ahead. Sometimes they want to go out to the sides, but set them so that the toes are right in front of the heels. And you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Press down into the earth, using your legs to press your hips up to the sky. You can bend your elbows and press down into your elbows to lift your chest and your hips up, or interlace your hands, press down into your arms. Imagine you have a block, hug the block between your inner thighs to lift the hips even higher. Lift the chest up and back. Dig your heels in. Hug in toward your inner thighs. Gently, slowly release. Repeat your wheel your bridge or bring your hands back. Firm wheel. Plant your hands down on your mat, push down into your feet, lift up. You might like to stay in your wheel. You might like to come down and come back up. You might like to walk your feet in towards your hands. Slowly come on down when you're ready. If you want to go up again, you can. If you'd like to come back into bridge, you can. So one more back bend. Hands down, press up. Steady breath. Slowly come on down. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out to the sides of your mat. Try not to hug your knees into your chest just yet. So give your body some time to be in this neutral spine after that deep back bend. And now bring your knees together. Bring your feet up to the side, hands behind your head. Okay, we're going to lower the feet about 30 degrees, and then another 30 degrees. And then hover the feet, lift your chest, look towards your toes, flex your feet. Feel some shake. Good, one more time. Good, lower, 30 degrees. Another 30 degrees. And then hover. And send your feet up. Good. And then bend your knees, lift your chest. Right shoulder to left knee. And switch. Switch, switch, twist, lift, again, keep going, and breathing, switch, and switch, pull your belly down, switch. Good. See if you can keep both shoulders off the mat. Couple more. Release. Good. Come on up. We'll take boat. Hug your knees in. Option to extend your feet, legs, hands, arms. Lift your back. We'll hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low boat. High boat. Maybe bend your knees, find your good long spine. Stay with that or extend your heels. Release. Bring your right shin forward, left leg back. Pigeon. Half pigeon. Lift your chest, fold forward. Notice your breath and see if you can lengthen your inhales and your exhales. And then slowly come up. Swing your back leg around. Left leg forward. Lift your chest. Fold. Slowly come up. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Double pigeon, lift your chest, staying here. Or coming into a fold. Inhale to come up. Set both feet on the mat. Lift your hips, reverse table. Come on back down. Left ankle on top. Lift your chest. Staying here with your hands behind you to keep your chest lifting, or fold. Notice the difference between sides. See if you can bring breath into the place where you feel the most sensation. Inhale to come back up. Good, stretch your legs. Bring your right foot to the inside for Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, seated, forward fold. Reach towards your left foot. Come on back up and let's switch sides. Right leg long, left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, stretch up. Feel the length in the side of your waist. Keep that as you extend the top of your head towards your foot. Inhale back up. Both feet forward, extend. Forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Keep reaching the chest forward, crown of your head forward, sit bones back to the back side of your mat. Inhale to come up. Come onto your back. Lift your legs up to the sky, shoulder stand. Keep your head looking straight up to the sky. Don't turn right or left. So if you're not sure how to get into this pose, come up to a seat and check. Don't try to get into it by turning your head here. Keeping your head neutral, your neck neutral. Come into Halasana, plow. And then your knees, knees to forehead or knees to ears. Bring your hands down. Keep your hips from going down too fast. Use your core and your hands to slowly lower the hips down, feet down. Fish, come up to your hands. Come on to your forearms and elbows, lift your chest. And then slide back. Fish, open your chest, open your throat. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. Right knee in, left leg long, twist. Come back to center. Left knee in, right leg long, twist. Hug both knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze. Forehead to your knees. Release. To Shavasana. Breath in. Let your controlled breath go side out. Let your normal, natural breathing take over. Relax all your muscles. Gently let your eyes close. Bring your attention on your breath, gently coming in and out. Just be here for a couple more moments. So can you really get present to your Shavasana, to your body lying still? Take a full breath in, sigh it out. Roll over onto your right side, and then use your hands to press yourself up to a seat. Any comfortable seat for you. Create a long spine. Sit tall. Bring your hands to your heart center. Breath in. Breath out. Bow your head, namaste. Thank you. I hope that you feel good in your body, and if you do this practice, let me know how it goes, and let me know if there's something else that you are looking for in your practice, and I can see if I can create another video that is helpful to you. Have a great day.